It started like every other Tuesday. Tony was bench pressing the industrial floor polisher outside the van. Jesse stood nearby, wearing an apron made of fake leather, shining his sunglasses using a single spritz of lavender mint Febreze. Then the phone rang. Jesse answered. "You got grime? We got time." The voice on the other end trembled. "It's the Gristle House." Tony stopped mid-rep. The polisher thudded to the ground. "The one that eats Roombas?" he asked. "The one that ate a priest," Jesse replied grimly. They looked at each other, said nothing. They both knew. This wasn't just another cleanup. This was when. They rolled up to the mansion at sunset. It looked like a house trying to unlive itself, tilted, covered in thick vines and windows fogged from the inside out. A murder of crows watched them from the power lines. Tony cracked his knuckles. Jesse sprayed sea salt volumizer into his hair. They stepped inside together. The door closed behind them, without anyone touching it. The living room looked like a crime scene staged by a mad interior decorator. All the chairs faced away from the center of the room like they were hiding something. Jesse approached cautiously, his hair tensed into a perfect wave. Tony stomped forward and flexed. Every single cushion in the room exploded into dust. From beneath the largest couch, a low growl rose. A recliner launched itself into the air, jaws gaping, teeth made of shattered coasters. Tony caught it in midair with both arms. "Time to sit down," he growled, and suplexed the recliner into the floor so hard it shattered into ash and regret. They climbed the stairs, each step groaning like it remembered every bad thing that had ever happened in the house. At the top was a room labeled Thermal Decompression Sanctuary in glitter glue. It smelled like sadness and expired bath bombs. Inside, a spa tub filled with black sludge. A single rubber duck floated on top. It blinked, then spoke. "You'll never cleanse the stain beneath," it rasped. Jesse stepped forward. His pompadour grew sharper, pointillé. He said one word. "Rinse!" The duck hissed. Tentacles of goo erupted from the tub, flailing toward them. Tony ran straight in and bear-hugged the sludge. "Hot! Tub! Justice!" Jesse tossed in a mint eucalyptus bath bomb the size of a melon. It detonated in a green cloud of glowing foam. The sludge screamed, and then vanished down the drain. The duck popped. The room sparkled. Later, they split up. Tony went to investigate the attic of forgotten New Year's resolutions. Jesse headed to the master bedroom. But something felt off. As soon as he crossed the threshold, the door slammed shut. The walls oozed shampoo. The floor melted into mirrored glass. From the ceiling dropped a version of Jesse. But wrong. His reflection had greasier hair, crooked sunglasses, and a twisted smirk. "You think you're the only Jesse?" the reflection hissed. "I'm the one who never stopped styling. You abandoned the perm. You gave up the mousse." Jesse stared him down, then smiled. "I never stopped. I just went organic." He whipped out the comb. Lightning cracked outside, and then hair duel. Strand against strand, whip against wave, an aerial ballet of bangs, volume, and edge control serum. Finally, Jesse hit the final blow, the double spray spiral snap trademark. His reflection shattered like a cheap mirror at a flea market. The room returned to normal. He flicked his hair back. "Mess with the mousse. Get the juice." Meanwhile, in the attic, Tony found the real source of the corruption, a cursed Roomba floating 3 feet off the ground, spinning in slow circles. It had pentagrams drawn in peanut butter on its sensors. A low voice chanted from it. "Spin, spin, suck, and sin." Tony growled. "I don't clean with demons." He dropped into a squat so deep it cracked the foundation. Then he performed the sacred flexorcism pose. With each bicep curl, the house shook. With each tricep twitch, the Roomba sparked and shrieked. And then, boom! The Roomba exploded in a burst of glitter, sage, and lemon pledge. They met back in the living room. The house tried one last trick. The walls closed in. The ceiling dripped upside-down blood. The floor began chanting Latin phrases in pig Latin. But Tony and Jesse were ready. Tony flexed so hard his muscles played a national anthem. Jesse pulled the mic out of his back pocket. He spat the final cleaning rap. Scrubbing floors and crushing doom, demons flee when we enter the room. Mold can't hold, and grime gets wrecked. 'Cause Tony flexed and Jesse's hair checked. The house screamed. Then silence. Then sparkles. They'd done it. The Gristle House was clean. Epilogue, new enemies, old mops. Back at their van, Tony wiped grime off his gloves with a protein bar. Jesse cleaned his sunglasses with silk. Their phone rang again. Jesse answered. "Yeah, this is Flex and Fresh. What's the job?" He paused, raised an eyebrow, then smiled. "Tony, you're not going to believe this. There's a possessed trampoline park in New Jersey." Tony cracked his knuckles. "Time to bounce." They fist bumped. The boom shattered a nearby mailbox. Cue theme music.